Now for more on the lingering Asuu strike is former Commissioner for Information and Strategy in Adamawa State, Ahmed Sajo. He joins us from Abuja studios. Thank you for joining us on TVC News at 10.
Yeah, thank you very much. I am glad to join you too.
Well, as it stands, the federal government and Asuu have refused to broker a truce. Where does this leave higher education in Nigeria?
Well, thank you very much. First and foremost, let me say, as a parent who has children in public schools, I am pained. I am in pain, and every parent like me is also in pain. I am also in pains because I know that part of the social problems we face in this country is that there is a growing social gap between different classes of individuals in this country. And this strike with private universities in session and public universities out would further widen the social gap that is existing among the different classes in the country. I think I am not very happy about it. But I am also not happy that despite all the negotiations, both sides have not arrived at any reasonable conclusion, with, to a large extent, Asuu getting angry. It looks like somehow in the negotiations, the parties are shifting the goalposts, or that the issues are being modeled up with other issues that are not even germane to the negotiations that are going on. For example, I cannot imagine the Asuu president getting angry to the point of discrediting the very system he's supposed to protect. Nobody should have a right to call any public university in Nigeria that is duly licensed to operate as a university as a quack university for whatever reason. I think it's not in the best interest of the education sector. This crisis may be over, no matter how long it takes. When it is over, the damage done to the image of universities, to the image of lecturers who are lecturing in universities that have been degraded, will remain. How do you repair this damaged image? Then the parents, the students, okay, how do we even plan for our students' future? What do we do? We're expanding the social gap. We're creating despondency amongst our students. Right now, I can read a lot of even blackmail in the entire process, where people are saying, even if we resume, we are not going to mark students' scripts, we're not going to do this, we're not going to do that. I think our students, as our young people, as the most resourceful resources that we have in the country, deserves better treatment than the one they're getting from us.
Indeed, Mr. Sajo,
and their elders.
Okay, if I may quickly come in here, when matters like this happen, when they take place, it's the students who actually bear the brunt. And you find out that our youth are becoming restive. They have so much time on their hands. And you know that adage about the idle hand being the devil's workshop. What is the federal government doing to help the situation?
Well, I guess the federal government is taking measures. I understand that there will be a meeting with pro-chancellors and vice-chancellors tomorrow. I hope and I pray that government will expand the frontiers of the negotiation to a level where the vice-chancellors, who are themselves members of Asuu, who are professors like the members and the leadership of Asuu, should be able to advise on how to approach the whole situation and arrive at an understanding. But I am also very, very strongly, having apprehensions about the leadership of Asuu. The leadership of Asuu that has gone ahead now to lose their cool and begin to talk bad about themselves, about other universities, about other professors, and even to the extent of beginning to sound very political. When the Asuu leadership says students and parents should not vote for a particular political party, I think they are derailing from the purpose for which the strike is taking place. What we are asking for is that Asuu should understand that their paramount responsibility is to promote quality education in Nigeria. That is what we are asking for. Government's primary responsibility is to pursue quality education for Nigeria. They already have a common ground. Why can't they sit down to find that common ground and properly address this common ground? We are all talking about quality education. We are all talking about sending our children back to schools. We are all talking about expanding frontiers of access to education, access to quality jobs for our students, for our young people. We can't do that if we are bickering and holding them at home for about 6 months and then saying it's not going to be over. I think it should be over sooner than expected. And I am appealing to all the people that are now lending their voices, saying, taking sides on one side or the other, to please pull back. Let the federal government and ASU sit down. The federal government has so many avenues. One of the avenues is what they are trying to do now. Invite the pro-chancellors and the vice-chancellors. Sit down with them. Most of them are either education administrators or professors themselves who are part of the ASU structure. Let them provide a solution as urgently as possible. And I want ASU to understand that negotiation is about shifting grounds. You do not put a platform and stand on it and insist that everybody should come and meet you at a certain point. I think we need to do some give and take in this process. And in the give and take, our concern should be our students. Because these students, what is happening to them now is that they are also getting frustrated. Just like the ASU leadership got frustrated and began to call their members and the universities very, very terrible names that they were not supposed to use. The students are also getting agitated and angry. And when young people grow up in anger, they form certain mindsets that will be counterproductive to society as a development agent. And so we must begin to interrogate issues around the fact that, students are being punished for no fault of their own. If there is a fight between government and lecturers, it should not be a fight that should punish our students and our parents. As parents, we're worried. Our children are now beginning to become restless, and they are beginning to feel that society has forsaken them. We are not forsaking them, but we must return to not just to the negotiating table, but ASU must return to the classroom as soon as possible. That is very important.
All right. Former Commissioner for Information and Strategy in Adamawa, Ahmed Sajo, thank you for sharing your thoughts with us on TVC News at 10.
Thank you very much. I'm grateful.